still haven't taken a shower or cleaned my teeth. But I have fixed my food problem. Goldfish. The snack that smiles back. Goldfish. Okay, I need to stop. Like, honestly. Like, stop. Okay, but like... Somewhat. Not really. Like, at all. Hold on, while I said... I'm really attractive angles, right, Angela? Okay, but like... Also, one thing about periods that people don't mention is, like, you poop. Like, every time I have a period, I poop at least once. And they're always, like, really long, painful, and, like, annoying. And they're gross. I just, like, really just... Poops in general are gross, but, like, especially when you're on a period, they're, like, even more gross. And you're just kind of, like... What's the point of this? Like, really? Like, I don't get it. Maybe there's some scientific reason. Maybe when your muscles and your uterine wall are pushing out blood, they also, like, put pressure on your rectum. And your rectum is just kind of like, let's poop now, too. I don't know. Anyways, so I just watched this, like, top 10 most common dreams. And it made me think about all my dreams. And I just decided to share them because why not? Also, some of my dreams are really disturbing. And I thought that I'd share them because they're just kind of, like, funny and weird and, like, what the hell? So I think my earliest dream that I can think of is when, sorry, probably not a good idea to stuff your face with goldfish while you're talking. Oh well. I think my earliest dream that I ever had was, when I first found out that my mom, well, it wasn't the first time I figured it out, but, like, when I figured out, like, the reason that, like, my living life in Virginia with my mom was so scary, was that she was, like, addicted to it. And when I first found out, like, she actually had an addiction and, like, figured out what addictions were and stuff, I had a nightmare about me being chased by, like, little cartoonish cigarette, like, a cigarette and a alcohol bottle, and they were just, like, cartoonish, and they were chasing me, and they were monsters, and they were terrifying to me in my, like, little, like, 9 or 10-year-old mind. They were terrifying. Speaking of period poops, I have one. Shit, Angela just, like, too much. Just needs to stop. It needs to stop somewhere. Oh my god. And for some reason, while I was having a poop, I forgot my phone. And because I usually watch YouTube videos, but I couldn't do that anyways because, like, I would have to stop this video and that would be, like, stupid because I want to get a new video, blah, blah, blah. But while I was on the toilet, I just thought about, oh, my turtle is so cute. And if you guys are wondering, like, remember how I said I was, like, gonna, like, film my videos in front of my turtle tank? Well, my turtle tank is tiny. So I would have to, like, literally lay down for me to be in front of it. Which is, nah. And then, 2, it stinks right now. And 3, it's really cloudy and dirty. So, I have to clean it. But when I was on the toilet, I had, like, I got the song thing in my head where it's like, 'cause I have a lot of feelings for you, and I don't fucking care. And, yeah, and I sang that word because I felt uncomfortable singing whatever it was, even though we've heard my real voice. I don't understand my thoughts. Okay, anyways, on to dream number 2. My second dream that I had was I was being chased again, this time by zombies, and they were wanting me because I was too beautiful. And you question why I think I'm narcissistic. A, I make videos talking about myself and looking at myself every fucking day. B, I talk about myself constantly. I talk to myself constantly. And 3, I've had this dream. Do we need more fucking explanation than that? Goddamn. Okay. And also when I was little, I used to be, like, obsessed with looking at myself in mirrors. Like, it was a thing. Like, every time there was a mirror, I would just gravitate towards it and just be, like, messing around in the mirror. And, like, it was weird. And every time we took pictures, I was just like, oh, me, I want a picture of myself. And it's like, and you question why I'm narcissistic. Like, I don't fucking know why I started, because it started when I was young. Like, maybe I've just been self-obsessed with this face since I was young, since I was born with it. No, I'm kidding. I'm a potato. There's nothing to love here. Okay. And I make weird-ass noises. Like, hello. Okay. Hold on. I am going to lay down because, hey, it's more comfortable than me. Actually, it's less comfortable because I'm on my period, but whatever. Nose. Okay. So that was my second dream, and then... Oh, I remember having this weird-ass dream. Like, it was, like, white. Everything was white. And then, like, you could hear, like, weird off-tune singing. And then all of a sudden, like, and it scared me, too. It was, like, this dude just popped in front of my face. And he had, like, an afro, and he was the one who was, like, off-tune singing. And then, like, I woke up the minute he popped in front of my face. And I was just like, what the fuck is this? And I just, like, remembered my dream because it was just so weird. Like, and so, like, out there. And, like, what the fuck? And then it was white, too. Like, how does someone who's white have a fucking afro? I don't understand. Okay, and then I remember this dream. It was so weird. Okay, I was naked, and I had to poop. And so I was, like, literally crouched. Because this was in middle school, right? And I was, like, in middle school, like, there was, like, this little corner where my friends and I always sat. And on that corner, I was sitting there, naked, crouched down, and pooping. And, like, everyone was there acting like I wasn't there, but I was still super embarrassed, crouched down, naked, and pooping on the corner where I always sit with my friends at my middle school. And it was a dream, and it was so weird because I woke up and I thought it was real, and I was just like, holy shit, that actually happened. And then I was just like, wait, it's like 3 a.m. What the fuck? And I was just like, what? And it's like one of the weirdest dreams I've had, other than the weird afro dude. Like, that was just weird. Like, where the fuck did that even come from? Which I've heard, like, having dreams of you naked is, like, a sign of, like, Oh, I've heard, like, having dreams of chasing is, like, a thing of, like, you're running away from your problems. And I've heard that having dreams of you naked is, like, you have, like, self-conscious, like, body issues. Or you're just self-conscious in general. Still don't get why I was pooping. But, whatever. Maybe I was just marking my territory. Marking my territory. Isn't that usually pissing, though? Oh, speaking of pissing and dreams. I had a dream, and I still remember it, too. It was like, obviously still remember if you're talking about it, Angela, duh, whatever. Anyways, so I had this dream where I, like, literally, like, it was the middle of the night, too, but I, like, remember it because my dad got so mad at me. It was before I started having, like, bathroom problems, like, later on when I was older, because there was, like, something traumatic that happened to me and just, like, it fucked me up. But, that's putting it lightly. Anyways, so, before that, I used to, like, bedwet, but it was only, like, a couple times, and it was, like, pretty normal for a kid to bedwet occasionally, and, around that age time, I don't even remember how old I was, but, like, I just remember it was, like, normal, so, like, my dad wasn't too upset about it that time, but, like, later on, when I actually had, like, serious bedwetting problems, and just, like, wetting myself in general, because of, like, what fucking happened to me, that, like, my dad literally got mad at me, and, like, everyone got mad at me, and just, like, didn't understand. Yeah. So don't get why pissing was my way of dealing with the problem and controlling situations. Because it was more of, like, I didn't want to pee, and I didn't want to go to the bathroom, because I was almost afraid of going to the bathroom. So I just dealt with it by controlling the situation, by holding it in until I actually peed myself. And then I bedwet too. But, like, that was... Anyways, this was before that. This was before it's, like, age appropriate to actually piss yourself and bedwet. And I had this dream where I was going to the bathroom and I went pee. And in this dream, I sat down. And I remember, like, slowly getting up and, like, sitting down. but it was on the bed, on the edge of my bed, and I just pissed on the edge of my bed, and it was still, oh man, it's so funny. It's so funny. I still remember it's funny. So that was another dream where I actually went to the bathroom, but like literally actually peed. Didn't just dream of going to the bathroom. And then, so, I don't know if I mentioned this on my YouTube channel yet before, but I was raped by my half-brother, and that's like the whole reason why I had my whole bathroom thing, which I think part of it was when I was caught, it was because like he was babysitting me, and when we were finally like caught or whatever, it was because I was taking a shower, and then I got out of the shower and the door was open, and I forgot my towel, so I was gonna go get my towel, but then I was scared to get my towel because I knew he was there, and then like I decided to just go and get my towel, but then like he ended up blocking the bathroom door, and like like was just like looking at me and like making weird taunts, and just like a lot of fucked up shit happened in that bathroom. And then they like came like in home early or whatever, and like they caught us or whatever, and like that's how like everything went down. But like I guess that's where like my fear of the bathroom stemmed from, and like why I wanted to hold the bathroom for so long. But anyways, this sounds way more fucked up than it actually was. Well, I mean, it was that fucked up, but like it just, like in my head, I just like it's rationalized normally for me. It's like normal for me because I've just like dealt with it for so many years. But like when I actually talk about it out loud, it's kind of like scary how like fucked up it was. Anyways, so around that time when we were like actually like they actually like learned about it or whatever, and like ended up having me have a psychiatrist because I was like literally like having nightmares like daily, and like having the bathroom problem too, and just like all of this happening, and like it wasn't okay, and they were like clearly she needs someone, and plus I started like hallucinating him in bathrooms too, and just like that's not okay. And I couldn't sleep with my door closed, like just a lot of shit happened, and I just like they were like she's not okay, we need to get her a psychiatrist. And so they got me a psychiatrist. Well, they actually had like multiple psychiatrists, and like I didn't really connect with any of them, because a lot of them were like very professional, and I'm not very professional. Even when I was younger, I've always been like more of like a lover, and like always like touchy-feely, like I need attention, I need love, like I need like contact, physical contact. I've always been like a hugger, I need like I'm like very intense, and a lot of them like couldn't like really deal with that, and so a lot of them like I never really clicked with until this one psychiatrist, and this one psychiatrist I always felt guilty with because like by that time I had never actually like fully told him that he raped me. I was still going through the phase where I was like he tickled me because that was my excuse, and yeah, he tickled you, Nick and Angela. Like, fuck. Anyways, so I was, like, dealing with this guilt because I had, like, grown, like, close to her, and I was just kind of, like, guilty about it, and so I had this dream that I told her, and then I never, like, actually, like, dreamt, like, the response that she had. I just dreamt that, like, I told her, but for some reason it wasn't in, like her office. It was in, like, on my street in front of my neighbor's house, like, I don't know, and then, like, I dreamt that I told her, but I never, like, dreamt up the response. I just dreamt her, like, driving away, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? Just, like, I didn't understand, and I woke up, and I was, like, literally sweating, and just, like, what the fuck, and then, I don't remember a lot of the dreams that I had with, my half-brother, but one of them that I do remember was when it was, like, I was really, like, it was, like, a lot of the nightmares I had, I remember they were, like, flashbacks, but one of them that wasn't a flashback, was, or a lot of them were just, like, not really, like, visual, they were just, like, hearing him talk to me, But one of them that wasn't like real was just like him like laughing, which he never laughed. But like it was just like him laughing manically like a villain or whatever, and there were like multiple of his faces, and they were all different colors, and they were like floating above me, laughing at me. It was really weird, and it wasn't like terrifying. It was just like scary enough to a child, but like it wasn't like terrifying like the flashbacks or the voices were. And then I also like used to like it wasn't really dreaming, but it was like hallucinating, and I would just like see him in bathroom stalls or like see him in the shower, like feel he was watching me in windows or whatever, and like I would be all freaked out and like literally swear to Jesus that I saw him and like just like freaked out because it felt so real. And I was just like, but he's not here, and I just like it took me like months to like realize that he wasn't like gonna like. It wasn't even months, it was years for me to like, well, it was months to get over like the hallucinations, and like even longer to get like rid of the nightmares. But like it's even like it was years to get rid of like the fear that he was gonna come back and like hurt me more. Yeah, okay. And then one of the worst dreams I've had. I think it's my worst dream that I remember ever. It's like, it was so bad. Like, it's worse than my dreams with Terry. I mean, my half-brother. Because, like, with my half-brother, they were only affecting me. They weren't affecting anyone else. And, like, and so, like, no one else was harmed. And it was just, like, me. And it was just, like, flashbacks. And, like, it wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, it was terrifying, but, like, at least I knew, like, at the end, like, it was just, like, me that was affected. It wasn't, like, anyone else. But this dream, like, it felt so real. And it was someone that, like, it was someone that I was really close to. And it was, like, her little brother, who's, like, 8 or 9. And it was just such a disturbing and realistic dream that it still sticks with me and terrifies me that my brain could come up with something so sick and twisted and just, like crazy and like terrifying. But basically I have this friend who like I was really close to. She was one of the friends who helped me get away from my mom before. And so like she was like, she's always been super close to me, and I met her little brother, because she was black, and so she had kind of a big family. And so, her little brother, one of her little brothers, he was like a little dipshit, and I didn't really like him that much. She didn't really like him that much. He was like kind of a smart ass, whatever. But this dream I had with him was so fucking disturbing. It was like terrifying. It was like, okay, it was like I was chained up and in this basement, and then in this basement, her little brother was also chained up. But he was wearing, like, a thong, and he was, like, always crying. And I would, like, try and comfort him, but I couldn't because I was chained up. And then he would, like, you would hear, like, there would be, like, it was, like, almost complete darkness, except for, like, I could see him, and, like, I could, feel the chains, but that was, like, pretty much, like, it. And I could hear him crying. And I could sometimes, like, hear rats or, like, roaches, like, scratch against the wall or whatever. And I could tell it was filthy and in a basement. And, but then, like, the only time that there would ever be light was when, and there would ever be any other sound other than him crying was when it was so realistic and so vivid. That was what was so terrifying about it, too. But, anyways, so, like, the only time there was ever any light or any other sound other than him crying and the roaches and, like, the rats scratching was when the light of the staircase would, like, light up, and there would be a door, and then there would be this guy who would, like, walk down. And he was only a silhouette, but, like, he would just come down. He wouldn't say anything. He would just rape. He would just, like, come down and, like, rape her little brother in his thong, and just, like, you would hear him cry louder, and it would just, like, you would, like, slap him to shut him up, and then, like, continue raping him, and I just had to witness it, and I was chained up, and I couldn't help him, and I was, like, trying to help him, but I couldn't say anything either, And then, and he was completely silent during the whole thing because he made him stay silent. But then, like, as soon as the dude left again, he would start crying again. And this nightmare, like, happened, like, in intervals, and it would just, like, repeat and repeat and repeat. Like, the same thing happened, and I knew it would happen. And I just couldn't do anything because I was chained up. And it was just, like, so terrifying and just, like, crazy to me that, like, I dreamt up something so awful and like terrible, and it wasn't just like, oh, this person was like raped. It was more personal because it was someone that I knew, and it was also like I couldn't do anything about it. It was just so like scary and like terrifying and just like crazy that I could think of something that was just so terrifying. Like, and I think the most terrifying part was I couldn't even say anything to comfort him. It was like he didn't even know I was there. Like, he just had no recollection of me, and I was just chained up, and I couldn't do anything. I couldn't say anything. I couldn't help him in any way. I couldn't do anything. Like, it was like I wasn't even there, and I couldn't. It was just so terrifying, and it just still blows my mind that I even thought about something so terrifying, but also just like that, like it was just so like it just still affects me, and it's just like crazy. I just felt so helpless. Just like the fact that someone else had to like just oh my god, it was so terrible. So terrible. And then another dream that I had where I felt guilty was we were like I was like in this kidnap situation or whatever, and like I wasn't like I didn't dream of like being kidnapped, and I didn't dream like of what happened when I was kidnapped. I just dreamed of like that I was kidnapped, and like I had like a couple friends there too. And then I was able to escape, and I ran away, and I was just like so happy to be free. But then I almost like ran away from my friends too, even though like I knew he was there, and something bad would happen to them because of me leaving. And then also like leaving them behind to like a kidnapper is kind of fucked up. And so, and I mean, it's not kind of, it is fucked up. And I was just kind of like, but I don't want to go back. I felt so terrible. But then I ended up like turning around and going back and then rescuing them, blah, blah, blah. But it was still like weird. It wasn't that bad because it ended with a happy ending. The other dream though, I did not, like, I woke up like while he was like, I just woke up like when it was repeating again and again and again. It never had another ending. And then I've never dreamt of like doing anything, like walking anywhere or anything, but apparently when I was really young, I used to like sleepwalk a lot. Like it happened like regularly all the time. And apparently my eyes were open too, which is weird. Yeah. That was it. Those are all the dreams that I remember, and like what I've done in my sleep / yeah, what I've done in my sleep. I can't remember any other dreams. It's just crazy, that one dream though. Just like so bad. Still can't get over that. I couldn't do anything for him, and I just like felt so bad. Like I was crying when I woke up, like literally sobbing. Like I woke up terrified, and then like when I realized that it was a dream, I just like sat up and like pulled my knees to my chest and like sobbed for like an hour, just because I felt so bad and like terrible that I could think of something so awful and sick, and like I never figured out what happened to him, like if he was ever rescued or anything. Crazy. Okay, but those were my dreams. They're fucking weird. Okay, I mean dreams are supposed to be weird, but like my dreams, I feel like they're a little bit more verging on the disturbing area than just weird. You know? Like I don't know what is fucked up with my brain. Not to mention, those are just the dreams that I remember. Like, what about the dreams that I don't remember? Like, Because sometimes I'll just like wake up terrified, but like I won't know why because I don't remember the dream. So like, I don't know. Yeah. Plus I haven't woken up from a dream in a while. So, yeah, those are my dreams. So amazing, are they? Right. Okay, yeah, I'm actually going to clean my tank. Probably. And take a shower. Probably. But I also want to take a nap and eat food. Responsibilities suck. Okay, whatever. Excuse me. And I've eaten so much already. Like, I need to stop, but at the same time I can't because I'm just so hungry. Like, I'm literally like feel like I haven't eaten anything all day, and I have. And I've been consuming snacks for a while now, and I'm still fucking hungry. Like, I haven't even eaten snacks, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? Periods suck. Like, goddamn, they're ridiculous. Okay, but like, that's it. My dreams. I'm done. Bye.